It's a rainy day at the shop, guys. Quiet day at the shop, but we'll still got plenty of action going on. So let's go check it out, see what's up. All right, big 80 shop out here. We got two 80s on the racks right now. We love 80s, but one of my favorite Land Cruisers ever built. This thing got a 48 re-gear, which is a really common mod that we do here at the shop. You put big wheels, big tires, big everything, you're gonna have to re-gear. Well, we make it happen. So along with the re-gear, did a complete knuckle rebuild and pretty much the entire front end fresh up. So, but let me show you this other one we're working on. Check it out. This is a good friend of our, Mike. We've been working on this thing for a while and it's got all sorts of stuff going on here, but particularly I want to show you guys the Panhard. Now, as you lift the truck, your angles change, and we're all about proper geometry here. So, quick math, Kyle. we love geometry, so we want to make sure your truck drives nice and comfortable on the road, which means you got to make sure all your linkage is nice and clean and flat. That's the goal here. So, when you lift the truck, this Panhard bar typically lives down here, which gives it a pretty aggressive angle, which is not so good when it comes to drivability. The more angle you have, the more squirrely and wonky it is when it goes over bumps and on the highway. So to correct that, we welded this guy in right here, which is a Panhard correction kit. So this is a mount that we welded on top of the factory one. This is what the original hole used to be. We raised this thing up higher, and then you get two options. You get one below, one on top, depending how high you want to go. If you really want to fine tune your truck, make sure your links are nice and flat, you got an option here. So this thing is going to live probably all the way on top. That's going to give us a nice, comfortable, flat bar. Now, as the suspension, as the truck sits back on the ground under its own weight, this bar is going to be close to flat. So that means as you drive this thing around town, go on the freeway, as you race your way to the trail, this thing is going to feel nice and stable on the road. Gunning at Ugga-Duggas. Luke, how many Ugga-Duggas? See? Precision. Speaking of which, nice little shout out to Dobinson's. We got Dobinson suspension in front with MRR. And going on this one, we got a matching set. Now this is a much longer. Look at this shock. This thing moves. Now, what do you guys think? You think this guy's gonna take it on the Rubicon, or is he gonna be pretty in the parking lot? I don't know. We'll find out. We'll have to give him a nudge. Let's see what's going on in our fab shop. We're hanging out in our fab shop with CJ. CJ's just about ready to wrap this up. I don't know if you guys see the video before and after. We'll see when this comes out, but let's talk about this axle. This is a drop-in 8 3/4 axle that's available from RuffStuff. Hopefully when this video comes out, you can buy this thing from RuffStuff, but this axle is sick. This factory housing is stamped, it's thin. For our application, because we're linking this thing, we added our own mounts. This axle will be available with all factory mounts. So you can just buy it from their website, ship it to your door, and just slap it in, no problem. Now, CJ, what kind of welding did we do with this? I see all sorts of bracketry. What's going on here?
A lot of welding. So this was essentially a bare housing when it came in. All it had was the axle tubes, the Toyota flanges, and obviously the center section for where the third member would bolt up. We got lower link pivots, bump stop pads. We've got the sway bar tabs, and then the whole upper link triangulated mount for the reverse upper links on the rear.
The links are facing, so the axle is facing that way, the links are facing backwards. Yeah, not all that stuff is triangulated, and I see a ton of gusseting going on. Why do we need that much reinforcement?
Well, there's a ton of force on your upper links when it comes to it's keeping the axle centered for one, and then two, it controls all your pinion angle and axle wrap and all that stuff. So the weight of the stuff is sometimes on here, but I would argue just as much force is on the uppers, if not more. And then with the mounts being taller off the axle, there's more leverage. So they got to be beefed up for sure.
A couple of things that we added to this axle, and hopefully it's gonna be available with these features, but what we added is a fill plug here, and we got a drain plug at the bottom. Now, this is something that's really exposed and kind of asking for trouble. When you go over rocks and you're crawling, even though this is portals, even though this axle is sitting up high, this can be just shaved off, which is a total bummer and a complete mess. If you knock this out, you drain all your fluid and you're having a bad day. We're gonna put a little guard, which is
I don't have one cut out yet, but
yeah, which is not much to it. But we're just basically just gonna put a sleeve. How would you call this? A guard?
Just a piece of tube. So This is was for mock-up, but it's gonna be a piece of 2-inch 250 wall that's just the same height as the height of that drain plug. That way it kind of just hides it from anything that might be in its way when it's...
Yeah, so if you're gonna clip a rock, you're gonna be hitting this versus knocking this thing out.
Yeah, rather hit that than that. It might concave that a little bit, so that's where we're going to a 250 wall rather than 120.
This is just a sample, guys. It's not gonna be that big.
No.
So it's just to give you an idea what we're doing here. So
yeah.
Anyways, we're excited to put this thing back together. This is the third member that's gonna be going back in. This is OEM Toyota third member going in here. Portal's going back on. All that stuff is going underneath that truck right there.
Yeah.
This is a 4Runner, guys. This is a first generation Toyota 4Runner. Loopy, our friend Loopy owns this thing. And look at this. V6, 3-point blow. Well, let me see what lives under the hood now. Let's check it out. This truck is a party mobile. I mean, look at this thing. It obviously had some fun on the trail already. Bikini top, got PRPs. It just looks like a good time, but I'm gonna show you this right here. It's a little secret. We got American flag, 6.2 LS3. Look at this thing. Throaty, all the horsepower right here. Big American V8, LS3 power, and Japanese built Toyota. So this is a first gen 4Runner with the LS3 swap, along with all the everything else that comes after it. So this thing boogies, guys. This thing scoots. Tons of power for this light little truck. So it's actually here for a bumper. So we do like a quick, easy, well-done bumper. The winch is gonna live here. We're gonna do some outers, kind of fill this up with tube, but essentially this is just a nice, clean winch bumper. All right, fast forward to the future here. The bumper's all done in a typical rock crawler fashion. We welded this thing into the frame. We're running a worn 12,500 pound winch, which is plenty to pull this little Toyota out of any sort of trouble. A lot of tube work, a lot of flowy lines. It's got a super intricate design, and you know, it's one of those bumpers you come up to it and it looks different from every single angle. At the end, we sprayed the whole thing with black paint and off it go. The truck is also converted to solid axle. This was an IFS truck, so we put Dana's under this thing, coilovers, steering, hydro assist, all the goods right here. Now we're checking our stats, guys. We used to be at 13, now 25% of you guys who actually subscribe are watching our videos. So let's crank those numbers up. Thank you, thank you for full support, and follow along as we drop more of these vids, just kind of casual today in the shop. We did a nice vid on the talked about the both 80s.